Governor Gavin Newsom, who just not all that long ago said that President Trump commandeered 2,000 National Guard members in order to put them on the streets in LA for no reason. Because, of course, there's no reason to do that. Crime is ultimately at an all-time low, of course. And then just a couple weeks later, turns out Gavin Newsom is putting even more people on the streets. Lily Kate, I feel like this is hypocrisy at its finest, irony at its finest, that Gavin Newsom says, you know, we don't need any help. By the way, we're sending help, which makes me beg the question, okay, if you didn't do it then, why is it necessary now? And if you're doing it now, why didn't you do it then? What's going on in the formerly Golden State?
Here's what I think they're doing. I think they're gearing up for a Gavin Newsom presidential run, and they're making sure that they have all of their bases covered for the primary and the general. For the primary, you want to run to the extreme and get all the, or I'm sorry, you want to run to the center and get everybody to vote for you, right, in the primary. And so they're saying, we've been fighting the Trump administration. We're gearing up to do so. Then when they're accused of making California more unsafe, he's going to be able to come back and say, well, actually, here are all the things that we did. So it's almost like he's saying and doing two things just so he has all of his strategic bases covered to win potentially a primary and then try to aim for the general election. And then he wants to probably run for president. So that's really what I suspect is going on. It's a little bit more sinister, nefarious, and politically calculated than them just being dishonest and trying to bait and switch Californians.
I would say that Gavin Newsom wants the White House more than, I don't know, an illegal immigrant wants a CDL. There's nothing more that he wants in his life than to be the president of the United States. Chris, do you think, because obviously Lily brings up great points, do you think he'll get away with it with the voting populace, or do you think enough damage has been done in his rule over California to where, like, hey, dude, nobody's buying it. Just because you're cracking down now, it doesn't mean, like, we believe you.
I mean, I think everybody's going to see through what Gavin Newsom is doing. It's a classic mimic Donald Trump. You summed it up perfectly in your reel on Instagram. I mean, always a good follow at Joe Bob. But it's hypocritical at its finest. But I don't know if it's going to work, and I don't really have much faith in Gavin Newsom. I don't know if you know this, but we're nearing the 22-year anniversary of his 10-year plan to solve homelessness in San Francisco. So I don't know if he's going to fix crime. Maybe give it a couple decades and it'll work out. I have a hard time believing it. But what we're seeing Trump do is force the Democrats into fighting crime on their own, which on the whole, that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought you were going to say we are nearing the 22-year anniversary of him cheating on his wife with his best friend's wife, who happened to work for him in the mayor's office. But I guess I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. There's no reason.
There's a couple important dates coming up that we should circle on the calendar.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to continually bring that up every time we mention Governor Gavin Newsom, but it just comes out. I don't know why. It just happens to be something that I choose to talk about.